Today's video is another deep clean. It's going to be in my kitchen, and I'm gonna show you all of the things I do on a monthly basis on top of our weekly cleaning routine to get things as tidy and clean as possible and stay on top of it. So we have a lot to do. Let's get going. I wanted to start with the oven because typically whatever product you're putting on your oven, no matter what method you're using to clean it, you're going to want to let it sit in the oven for just a little bit. The first thing that I did before I even started spraying down the oven was to warm it up just a little bit. So I warmed it to the lowest setting and then actually turned it off. And I decided today to give this Dawn Power Wash a try. I've heard so much about it. I've never purchased it before. My mom bought it for me when she was in town, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to use it. I've seen people use it on their ovens, just so many different things. So I wanted to give it a try, and I was extremely impressed with it. I had to use a lot of the bottle to clean the oven specifically, but I used it around the rest of the kitchen, as you'll see, and it's not that cheap, so I did go through a lot of it pretty quickly. I know they sell it at Costco or sell refills at Costco, so if I want to buy more, that's probably where I'll go buy it. Or I know on Amazon too, they have bulk refills that you can purchase, so maybe it makes it a little bit less expensive. But again, as you will see, it does work extremely well, and I was shocked at how well it worked in the oven. I did an initial wipe down of the stovetop there, and then you'll see I am in the refrigerator going through very quickly here, just seeing if there's anything that's expired, anything that I need to pull out, doing a little bit of quick rearranging and some wiping down of a couple of little spots that I felt like weren't 100% clean. I did do a full fridge and freezer reorganization and deep clean where I pulled absolutely everything out and deep cleaned it. So that's not something I'm going to be doing today. I will link that video in the cards above if you're interested in that. But that is something that's more so on my monthly checklist, to pull everything out. Maybe more quarterly, I actually pull out all of the drawers and wash them in the sink with soapy water and all of that. But I like to pull out all of my food and clean it out. On the outside of the refrigerator, I used my stainless steel spray. This was the last of this can, so I need to order more of it. This stainless steel cleaner I really do enjoy using. So even though I used the Dawn Power Wash on the stovetop here, I was going to give it another once over with the stainless steel cleaner and kind of polish it up a bit more. Something you might forget about when you're deep cleaning your kitchen is the hood of your stove. Don't forget to clean that little insert that you can remove. I used the Dawn Power Wash on that, let it sit for a moment, and I also used the Dawn Power Wash on the oven racks, which weren't very dirty actually, but I did use it on there as well and got some gunk off too.
Spinning like a broken record. For a player, you don't know that many major chords. We hang out and then you get bored.
I even did the Dawn Power Wash on the part of the stove that is removable and let that sit before heading back to the cabinet area and that back island to clean off the hood, the backsplash, the cabinets there, and the countertops.
Did you call me 'cause you had to? 'Cause you know
I also wanted to say that I do have a printable on my website for deep cleaning all of the spaces in your house, and it does include a checklist for deep cleaning your kitchen. So if you're seeing things like, she forgot to do this, or oh my gosh, I never would have thought to do that, it's all on the checklist. There's a lot of things that are on the checklist that I'm not doing right now, especially things that don't apply to me that may apply to you, like emptying the trash cans, actually cleaning the garbage disposal, maybe cleaning your toaster oven is something on there, wiping down ceiling lights or fixtures, replacing light bulbs. All of that stuff is on my very comprehensive checklist, which is on my website if you are interested. For the rest of this cleaning here, I am using a general multi-surface cleaner in my glass and silicone spray bottles and my microfiber cloths that I sell both on my website. And a multi-surface cleaner just makes it easier to switch from surface to surface. I also wanted to give my Keurig a little bit of a clean, so I poured some white vinegar into the water tank of the Keurig, ran that through a few times while I was cleaning off the outside of the machine. And then I am going to refill the water tank with just pure water and continue to run that over and over and over again. But right before I did that, I used a little bit of soapy water and dish soap to clean the tank out, just so it has a little bit less of that vinegar in there. Made sure I got all the soap suds out and then filled it up with water before running those water cycles. Another one of my favorite tools for cleaning the kitchen is using a Scrub Daddy. It is a magical sponge. It gets softer when you use hot water and you can manipulate it a little bit more, and it gets harder when you use cold water. So if you need some firm sponge action, you can use some cold water and it'll stiffen the sponge right up. I love the little eyes that you can put your fingers through, or the smile that you could stick a spoon through. It just works really well, and when it gets dirty, I pop it through the dishwasher and it cleans up great.
Saying, try to keep me down, no time for all your playing. Yeah, even if you doubt me now, you should know I don't care about the things you say.
When I started rinsing this insert from the hood, I wish I would have shown you what came out of it. It was so brown and greasy. You can actually see the remnants on the right-hand side of the sink there. Time to reassemble everything, and you can see that the Keurig is still running water cycles. I just kept pressing the large cup button and running it as I went and as I was cleaning. So you'll see water trickling out of there in the background as I continue to put stuff back together. The Dawn Power Wash has sat long enough in the oven, so I grabbed my Scrub Daddy sponge again and put a little bit of water on it, and I'm going to start scrubbing the door and the insides of the oven. And then I grabbed a little bowl of water just so I could rinse that sponge out and keep cleaning as effectively as possible. I chose to use some paper towels here just to get the initial gross stuff out of the oven, and you'll see how brown my paper towel is. Look at that. And then I'm going to take a second round and use my multi-surface cleaner just to get all of the rest of that soap and stuff out of there. I still do a self-cleaning on the oven, so my oven does have a self-cleaning feature. So once I finished up with this, I pressed the self-cleaner just because I feel like once you've cleaned your oven, if you don't get that heat going and you don't get all of that cleaner smell out of there and all of the product, it bakes into your food. I don't think it's good for you. I don't think it tastes good. None of that stuff. So if you don't have a self-cleaning feature, I would still recommend that you turn on your oven and get it nice and warm and stuff, and let it air out a bit before you start baking in it right away. Another way I'm mixing it up today, usually I use my DIY sink scrub, which is baking soda and essential oils, and I do a little bit of dish soap. But today I'm using Barkeeper's Friend, a great product to shine up your sink. You'll see I used a paper towel in the little gasket there of the sink. Don't forget to look under that plastic part. Gunk builds up. I don't care if you use a sponge, if you use a paper towel, what you do, but clean it out under there. You'd be surprised what could be lurking.
So hard to breathe, 'cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here.
To clean the microwave, I put some more vinegar and water into the microwave and let that run and steam up the inside of the microwave before wiping it down with my microfiber cloth. I had to get up on a stool here to get way back. My arms are not long enough because this microwave is above the oven, but I was able to get it, and you'll see I pulled out the glass plate so I could really give that a good scrub. Feel free to wash that in your sink with soapy water and stuff, but mine really wasn't bad, so I just gave it a nice wipe down with some multi-surface cleaner. You can't forget about the outside of your appliances. We did a really good job deep cleaning my oven. We did a great job deep cleaning the inside of the microwave. But now I have to clean the outside, again, using that stainless steel cleaner. And once I finish there, the last stainless steel appliance that I have is our dishwasher, which we are replacing very shortly here. We're getting a new dishwasher, and I'm very excited about that. But before we do, I am going to still wipe this one off and clean it up. And we just have a couple of tasks left here. Can't forget about the basics like cleaning off the countertop. I love how huge my island is. It's really nice. It looks nice and grand in the kitchen, but it's so hard to reach the middle of it because it is a square shape. So that middle point of the island is extremely difficult to clean. I will say it's a lot easier to clean now that I'm no longer pregnant and can reach the middle a lot better, but it is still hard when I'm short and have shorter arms.
Another broken plate, another called off date. We never seem to get it right. Another heart attack.
I've switched up my cleaner here. I was using a multi-surface cleaner all over. On a daily basis, I often use a granite countertop cleaner, a kitchen cleaner from Method. That's what I use on my countertops, but it doesn't really matter. Sometimes I'll use a multi-surface cleaner, but for my cabinets here, I am using a wood cleaner and wiping all of those down, just kind of the fronts of them and the pantry door a little bit too, because as I'm cooking and baking, sometimes grubby hands get on those doors, so I want to wipe those off too. The last and final step of doing a kitchen deep clean for me is cleaning the floor. You'll see that I worked from top to bottom. I cleaned those cabinets first and moved down, and then the countertops, and then the lower cabinets I wiped off, and finally the floor. That's just because crumbs and stuff, especially in the kitchen, fall down off of the countertop and off of those surfaces down to the floor. So it would be silly for me to clean the floors first and then the countertops second, because as I'm cleaning the countertops, I'm bound to have some crumbs fall to the floor. So that's why I move from top to bottom and finish with the floor last. I am using my Bissell here that is both a mop and a vacuum all in one. So if there are crumbs on the floor, it will vacuum them up while mopping all at once. I'm going to finish up with the floors here, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I will see you guys later.